accompanying the prayers and the recitations. It's more or less natural. Someone said that felt a bit idiot trying to follow things in Tibetan, things that don't understand quite well. And I answered that there is a great potential in saying and recognizing that you are an idiot. Recognizes that doesn't know something. It's an extremely adventurous posture, because it's beginning to be able to start learning. The problem is only when, due to our ego, the difficulties become an impediment to continue to learn. In reality, it's always extremely useful to be open to receive instructions. So my prayer is that in front of my lamas, I'm maybe always a complete idiot, completely open to his instructions, instead of a pretentious one. Today we live in at times where people pretend to know a lot of things, but many times, especially I was talking about with that person, and I was saying that sometimes we pretend to know what is meditation. We may even have the words to explain what is meditation. But when we look sometimes at our life, when someone looks at our life, understands how little we know about meditation. So if I'm pretentious and I say that, or I think that I know meditation, despite my life being a great confusion, despite my mind and my emotional stage is in a perfect chaotic, there is no hypothesis of improving because I think that I know. So the idiot position is perfect. At least by assuming that you don't know, that person can start to learn. So my prayer is that we may always be idiots. So second thing to say is that if by any chance you cannot accompany the rhythm of the prayers, there is no reason to be shy, or to be sad, to be upset. I think that Mr. Putin is a very upset person and disturbed person. If we are the kind of person that gets annoyed when things don't go as we want, so we are we are closer to be part of the problem than part of the solution. So we may simply admit that we are not uh, uh, accompanying things, the rhythm of the things, and and inclusively, we may not even want to recite. There's not a problem in this. As I said in the first day, is if you feel relaxed and tranquil, please calm down your mind. You may think about four things at least. We start by ourselves to connect with our essence. We may think, may I be happy? And when you have this aspiration for yourself, try to feel what in fact means to you to be happy. Not thinking, but trying to feel what is happiness to you. Then think, may I feel safe? External safety, internal safety. Safety and in front of emotional turmoil. May I be healthy? Physically so healthy, mentally healthy, existentially healthy. Then finally, may we be able to say that, may I live and die in peace. And to live in peace, and then one day we have to die, so may we be able to die in peace. So when we say these four things, we try to enter in touch, get in touch with this kindness towards ourselves. And then you may think in the others. Try to start by thinking in the people that you like, and think that, this person that you like, may you be happy. Try to irradiate this empathy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live and die in peace. So we may do this first with people that we like, then with people that are neutral to us, and finally with people that eventually we don't have the best relations. Because it's important to wish good fortune for people that we don't have good relations, not from the noble ethics perspective, but also from intelligent perspective. In reality, if the person that you don't like feels happy, if feels safe, if this person feels safe, also healthy, if feels tranquil and in peace, probably this person will stop being your enemy. So when we do this kind of practice, we may think in the Ukrainian people, Russian people, and finally in the dictators, in the ones that by lack of true happiness, lack of true security, lack of true health, and lack of true tranquility, they cannot live and to let the others live in peace. So if we can reflect in this type of feeling, while we hear the prayers, we don't need to be reciting, just to hear the prayers, it's enough. So to approach a bit, why do prayers work? In what way can our prayers help the Ukrainian people? Someone asked me very directly. Unfortunately, at this hour in Bali, this person hasn't waken up, but it's taped. Then can listen afterwards. But maybe it's not most of us. Some of us may have this question: what difference can the prayers do? Can make this? Can make it? So I will say that for the prayers to work, there we need to have several ingredients. So one of the ingredients is our motivation. And summing up a lot, it should be an altruistic motivation, selfless motivation. In reality, this selfless mind has this power, which many times is not appreciated enough. The changes that this selfless attitude can bring to our world. In reality, all the positive changes that we have today comes from the altruistic and selfless thinking of someone. Secondly, obviously, we need to evoke our intentions when we do these prayers and recitations. Third, we need to have a conduct in harmony with our prayers. If we pray for the peace in the world, in our world, and at the same time our conduct is arrogant, discriminative, aggressive, so there is no way our prayers can materialize. And finally, the last ingredient, you need to gather supportive conditions. In Buddhist language, we call this to accumulate merit, but sometimes this is a very strange word, too much strange. So it means to gather supportive conditions, and the easiest way to understand this is to spread kindness abundantly around ourselves. So this will first we can help ourselves. This person that did this question to me said, "Oh, it's undeniable that when I was doing these prayers, I started to feel a bit relieved and better." But that is easier to understand. But how does this affect the others? Or we can see this at several levels. But let's start by the easiest one to understand, which is when you are more tranquil and relaxed. Immediately, this affects your relations with the others. That is undeniable. You don't need to wait for the next life to see the benefits of a relaxed mind and kind mind. So, you will, every time you can have access to a relaxed and kind mind, you benefit at the mental and physical health, and you affect the people that are around yourself positively. Positively. And sometimes maybe you cannot have this glimpse of the effect of treating a person well. What is the butterfly effect in the you cannot see the butterfly effect in this person and the people that are around this person, but I may assure you that sometimes a compassionate look or a smile, even if you may not know, but you may have saved someone's life. Just an experience that we had. I remember when was the opening of this retreat center. I remember I went to the television, to a TV program, to present this center. For me, it was not very special, but until I received a phone call thanking a person that said that a friend of her uh, was thanking me because what I said in the TV program had saved her, had avoided her to do suicide, to commit suicide. So this is for you to understand that we never know the way we affect the others just by having a good posture and a positive attitude. And until here, we may think this is measurable. We may understand how we are creating a principle of cause and effect to guarantee that a more positive and compassionate society may be established. But this person asked me, what does this prayers do to Putin? It's difficult if we don't have a bit of a study of the Buddhist teachings, but we should understand that at a very profound level, there is no difference between the mind of a realized being, enlightened being, a common being, or even the mind of a person that appears to be very negative. What we do is to evoke the blessings of the realized enlightened beings, but I would rather say the blessings of the Buddha nature, blessing of all the compassionate beings. It has two aspects: the aspect of the enlightened beings, external enlightened beings, all the ones that already have reached enlightenment or that are quite advanced in their practice. But the way these blessings to work is that it resounds in our Buddha nature. So the more the resonance of the enlightened nature we create, the more able we are to affect the others, even at distance. It's the enlightened activity doesn't have limits. Of course, everything depends upon causes and conditions. And it is said that uh, if the sun shines but doesn't choose where over who it shines. But it is said if a cave is turned to north side, it doesn't receive the sunlight but it's not a fault of the sun. It's because of the positioning of this cave. Joking a bit with this example, if everyone becomes this reflecting mirror, if our nature becomes like a reflecting mirror, maybe we can reflect from unexpected angles. Anyway, we may understand that we live in samsara. Samsara makes us experience at least 7 general ways of suffering. So if we want really that suffering of beings to end, we really need to end with these causes of samsara. We need to eliminate our rage. We need to eliminate our attachments. We need to eliminate our envy. We need to eliminate our arrogance. And finally, we need to eliminate our ignorance. I said pride because I thought about the ignorance of the self. So, if we practice in this way, we may help to create causes and conditions for a world, a more healthier world. So, we never know the impact of our actions. As a friend said when I was still in the high school, I was like elementary school. I was like 11 years. He said, "It's true that a person with faith may do little, but a person without faith doesn't do anything at all." So we may be just simply bitter, uh, scared, impotent, like feeling like, and to allow that these circumstances to activate our neuroses, of our insecurities, our fears, our intolerance, our aggressivity, and not only we will harm ourselves, but as well as our families and society in general. So if our prayers don't do much more and but make us more tranquil, more kind, more relaxed, and we affect positively people around ourselves, we'll never know if this butterfly effect of the people that you affect, where does this go? Where does this effect go? You may think that, oh, maybe I don't have strength enough and power to change everything that I would like in this world. Maybe it's good because if you don't have wisdom, you may change the wrong things, even if you think that you are changing the right thing. But once in a while, think about this phrase of my friend. Maybe with my faith, I may do little, but without this confidence, if you don't like this word faith, then I will not do anything. And between little and nothing, I'm convinced that doing little, it's much. It's a lot. That is my answer to this question that I received without entering into great analysis of cause and effect and non-ignorance of these experiences and so on and so on. So I will finish this part with a Gandhi citation and then we will go to the practice. Be you the change that you think that the world needs. It's not honest to ask for the others to change where you cannot change, where you are not capable to change. So let's use this circumstance to become better people, to affect people around ourselves positively. Maybe people around ourselves will affect the people that are around them, and in a certain resonance, we will touch art, and these arts will be required and needed during a war or after a war. Mm, A good art is needed before a war, it may avoid it. A good art is also good during the war to develop resilience and to give support to the people that need us. And after a war, a good art continues to be needed to lift up all the ones that are traumatized and smashed by their experiences. Lack of good art finally is not good before the war. Easily it will lead to war. An upset and fearful art is not beneficial during the war. And after the war, this art that traumatized, crushed, cannot bring benefit also. So it's very interesting to see people that, as some masters that have that past 20 years under torture, abuse in concentration camps, and if you meet them, you will see the more relaxed people, open-hearted, completely open to our problems, to our little traumas, to our little concerns. So this power is the power of Buddha nature that exists in all of us, not only in the great masters. So it's a decision if we let these moments to destroy us, or if we, of these moments, allow that the best of us to flourish. In any of situations, we need the best of us. So let's just use this our practices to make this the best of us to arise in benefit of everybody. Okay, let's start with recitation of what we call the shower of blessings, with the accumulation of the prayer of 7-line prayer. Jam tam pema geza dumpula yelze jogi nadune pema june jesu dra kurdu kandro mampo ko keke jesu da druje Shenje lapje jesu so guru pema sete jene jam tam pema geza dumpula pema jene jesu dra kordu kandro mambo keke jesu da druje Shenje labje jesu so guru pema sete dache na jam tam pema gazardum Turkey nadrune pema jene jesu dra kordu kandro mambu keke jesu da druje Lapse Jesu so Guru Brahma Sede Nadru Soto Deshen Kandru Tu Yeshe Tsogya Jabla Soba De Shena Samle Bashe Shewa Dan Lame Kuze Tempa Jenje Nemo Tunka Jewa Jenje
Jepurutan Jiva Jindilu Abhashara Jepa Jindilu Tapa Jindilu Pajidilu Balu Sanjana Sasu Balu Ketu Descendu Peku Konjo Sanji Ranjila Dadan Roju Janjana Katsuji Descendu Peku Konjo Sanji Ranjila Dadan Roju Janjana Sanjo Balu Gyatsu Kundundu Lama Zanje Duneni Gala Gandu Tindegi Doa Doa Dada Tenje Doa Kundundu Lama Zanje Duneni Gala Gandu Tindegi Doa Doa Damchapu Demje Doa Kundundu Lama Zanje Duneni Gala gandu tinde jiro devadam shau dunkanim ojendi medana kojit tinda yela gede junawe uzurin tin pedun tajete Kyamne kundu ujindu jejan dempe baba tulya yundatu Jaye doye yumpe tobunan Tanarinje rupe janjidu Mane descendi jimba Kolu tatsam gyato trintat Jela tuje jabe dalazi Gyakon novu jime yeshiku Dunju daku deja tatuza Luda lunju dutsan gevetu Rendu mene dome nanta ditun maluja Seki gawa kunji yontenji Yala jibo gozu namdala Nene iran depe zo depe Yaje shoki yashe bepaku Raje gewe nuku kundone Drogan gyato jiji nekiva Kiki namta denete Pakya druva dempe dunduna Kete techembo done nime gyabjo rinpoche Narjin dujuki sode bola zebu dukigo Umbelo ne tuje zatun la moden dagi nila jingilo Tadan tema nyulu tompadam Shodan tumbo nolu tabu Shinji Lashi Jetsu Guru Pema Siddhi Namaje Niji Nijamsa Pema Geza Nampo Yanze Jogi Najuti Pema June Jetsu Gordu Kandu Mambo Geki Jetsu Shinji Lashi Jetsu Guru Pema Siddhi
So we continue to recite while we imagine that Guru Rinpoche radiates lights of compassion and wisdom, especially in the regions that are affected, and helps the ones that are living this life to have a better rebirth, and also to it purifies the negative aspects in the other beings also.
Nati Najansa Pema Geza Lumbola Yamsen Shoki Nadroni Pema June Jetsu Kordu Kandru Mambo Gegi Jetsu Druj Shinji Lashi Jetsu Guru Pema Siddhi Nati Najansa Pema Geza Lumbola Yamsen Shoki Nadroni Pema June Jetsu Kordu Kandru Mambo Keki Jetsu Druj Shinji Lashi Jetsu Guru Pema Siddhi Ashe Niti Najam Sam Pema Gesa Dumbo Yamze Jogi Nadru Pema June Jetsu Kordu Kandru Mambo Keki Jetsu Druj Shinji Lashi Jetsu Guru Pema Siddhi Ashe Niti Najam Sam Pema Gesa Dumbo Yamze Jogi Nadru Pema June Jetsu Kordu Kandru Mambo Keki Jetsu Druj Shinji Lashi Jetsu Guru Pema Siddhi Ashe Niti Najam Sam Pema Gesa Dumbo Yamze Jogi Nadru Pema June Jetsu Kordu Kandru Mambo Keki Jetsu Druj Shinji Lashi Jetsu Guru Pema Siddhi Ashe Niti Najam Sam Pema Gesa Dumbo Yamze Jogi Nadru Pema June Jetsu Kordu Kandru Mambo Keki Jetsu Druj Shinji Lashi Jetsu Guru Pema Siddhi
Now we now we will increase the rhythm, speed up the rhythm.
Yeza Yamse Shoki Nandra Danye Shasu Kaya Mandu Dandru Shinji Dashi Shasu So Guru Pema Siddhi. Now we recite the mantra. Betra Guru Pema Siddhi. 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 Om Betra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Om Betra Guru Pema Siddhi. 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 Om Om Betra Guru Pema Siddhi. Let's go to the final part of the text, which starts by Lame Nesu, which is in the page 11.
le karma tisun ne ne su rangi ne sun timpe kosun ji de chan kosun tu ke to je ge ani lama koche odu ju karma tikle ungi temparu nandi ninga timpe lame tu ransen bier melenke shoku ne ah ah simply to let our that enlightened beings like dissolve into Guru Rinpoche, which dissolves into us, we experience the clarity of compassion and wisdom, and we rest there. We just enjoy this. We rest in this tranquility. Uh, natural, the A sound, sound is the natural sound without any effort. Uh, uh, Now we have the prayer of the activity Sampalon Drupmo, and today we'll do this in Portuguese. With it speaks English. In Tibetan, this prayer starts by Orsok. It's when armies of oppression, terrifying, surround us, threatening the great centers of Dharma with destruction, without any trace of doubt and hesitation, we pray, O Guru Rinpoche, with your repel the aggressors and its armies. There is no doubt. Guru of Origin, born in the lotus, we pray. Please conceive your blessings so that all our wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Now in Tibetan. Inki teto me pa sova de oje la shin de ge kochi ko orso me pondo pa teton me ojen pema jonela sova de sampalon jidro pa jenje lo. And once again in English or Portuguese, that's it. When armies of oppression terrifying surround us, threatening the great centers of Dharma with destruction, without any trace of doubt or hesitation, we pray to Guru Rinpoche, with your gathering of 8 classes of gods and demons, please repel the aggressors and its armies. From this we have no doubt. To Guru of Origin, born from the lotus, we pray. Consider your blessings so that all our wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. I don't want to do a commentary, but some of you, if you are not Dharma practitioners, you may like threatening the great Dharma centers with distractions. You may be like feel this is strange. What is Dharma? According to Hopton Mahapandita, it's what is true and beneficial. It's only true because it's beneficial, and it's only beneficial because it's true. So to destroy Dharma centers is to destroy all true and all benefit, which is the same of saying that it is to destroy wisdom and compassion. And that is what wars do in any part of the world. So we can recite the prayer of Tantum Gyalpo. I'll request your patience because we didn't print this prayer. So I need to look for this in other place. Tantum Gyalpo prayer. It's a 3. It's prayer number 3. If we have no patience, there is only peace. Uh, so let's recite in our respective languages. I'll try to do this translation, but I'll try. What? You got it in English? Are you? Okay. Okay. I don't know if there is anyone online in English. Mm. Oh yeah, there's Peter. Tejvara. Ferocious King, Hayagriva, Jetsuntar, and the rest. Buddhas, the mere sound of whose names repels all fear. Compassionate sources of refuge. Pray grant me it. In this time when individuals experience an oceanic surge of negative karma and jealousy, the age of fivefold decadence and strife, and intense suffering, fighting and quarreling oppresses us. Pray burn it all pray burn it all in the fires of your compassionate wisdom. Shower the nectar of love upon those who fan the flames of hatred. Bless them to recognize each other as parents, and thereby usher in auspiciousness and happiness. May the mischievous elemental spirits that enter the minds of beings and instantaneously transform their hosts into warring titans never hold sway in this region again. May all who have died in battles, fighting and wars, immediately give up their indulgence and destructive action cause and effect, and, having taken birth in the pure realm of Sukhavati, lead all to the same Buddha realm. May all beings have long, healthy lives, be free of quarrels and strife, live according to the ten directions, and experience timely rains and bountiful harvests. May the auspiciousness of the environment and beings increase spontaneously. May these pure, vast prayers be accomplished through the compassion of Guru, Idam, and three rare and sublime ones. Suchness, by its very nature, is utterly pure, and the appearance of beings, the undeceiving nature of cause and effect. I'll just read you the context where this prayer was written. When when there was a war in the area of Tibet named Nyapakam, this war seemed to have no end, is and there was a great yogi called Tangtul Gyalpo. He generated bodhicitta, and merely by reciting these verses, he said he said to throw flowers. He threw flowers and he erased the rage from the minds of these people, and there were bountiful crops and afterwards. So Tantum Quiapo was famous. He has a fundamental ingredient here, which says that it generated bodhicitta. So if we generate bodhicitta, the power to bring benefit to beings is immeasurable. Even Mahatma Gandhi, he proved what he said. He said that if someone generates pure and unconditional love, only one person is enough to stop the hate from millions. Maybe the problem is that we don't have pure love, right? So we need to work in these aspects. So we will finish. Everyone can read in English. If not, we recite in Tibetan, or I might try to do a translation, direct translation, if you want. While you accompany with, I'll try a direct translation. If you don't understand English, even to recite in Tibetan doesn't bring great benefit. So I'm sorry for because any type of imprecision, because direct translations is very difficult. I try to be fast. Namo Guru Ratnatanaya. Guide for this fortunate eon, crown, ornament of the Sakyas. Second Buddha, Lord Orjan Chokye. Eight close sons added by the Supreme and Noble Avalokiteshvara Manjushri and Vajrapani, 21 Taras and the Assembly of Elders, root lineage masters, peaceful and wrathful Idam deities, the kings of three places, wisdom dharma protectors, guardians of the four directions and 70 glorious protectors, great masters with powers of clairvoyance and miraculous activity. In your wisdom, please turn your attention toward all beings engaged in conflict, the shared negative karma of beings in this final dark age. Props as a huge ocean, goodness is neglected, whilst the demons of evil churns intensely the minds of the powerful and the influential, spitting out wars that could reduce this earth to dust. Hurricanes when weapons, hatched from perverse aspirations, unleashed to turn instantly the entire universe and its inhabitants into ash. The portents of these bad omens of our approaching total destruction appear clearly in the sights, sounds, and thoughts of our world. Yet the ignorant remain in their webs of delusion and doubt. Exceedingly stupid, they still do not feel alarmed at all. Terror from just hearing or thinking about transformation of our world like never before fills us. We have no means or hope to reverse this, save the undeceiving three jewels and three roots, to whom we are crying like small children wailing for parents. Please hear our desperate prayers and remember your earlier commitments. Extend your hands of compassion as swift as lightning, to hold and shelter those lacking protection, and free us from our terror, when powerful barbarians who plunder the happiness of beings in our world, plot their battles. Please transform these leaders and their minions, such ruthless malefactors, into proponents of peace, happiness, and harmony. Please extinguish the adverse circumstances of war right on the spot, and expel and destroy these demonic atomic weapons. Then, throughout our great earth, please spread Dharma teachers, learning, and accomplishment in all directions. Liberate the world from the claws of nasty gangs of human and non-human executioners of the teachings and sentient beings until not even their names remain. May vast happiness saturate the whole world, and beings be elevated to the glory of the four pursuits to the truly high. May the times become perfect without the harm of war and strife, as during the Golden Age, with everyone constantly enraptured in the dance of bliss and joy. Through the compassion of the ocean of the three jewels, and the power of the truth of the Dharmadhatu endowed with all supreme aspects, may the purposes of our pure prayers be fulfilled, and our hopes and aspirations accomplished just the same. Teata Pensadaya Awabodanaya so this was the best that we could do. So please, if you understand English, recite this prayer. If you want to recite in Tibetan, please recite this prayer and contemplate in its over its meaning. Sonam de termje I'll translate this prayer because it's very important. May the precious and sublime bodhicitta to be born where it has not been born, where it has arisen, may it not decrease, but increment, but increase evermore. Domnul candidatul nemulțumesc mimina talențonam pajoganu feltatu tajidele buntu sidaye candidatul nemulțumesc candidatul nemulțumesc mimina talențonam pajoganu feltatu tajidele buntu. Thank you, everybody. I would like to say something very brief. Do not underestimate, the Buddha said, do not underestimate the power of a seed. Do not underestimate the power of a spark. So that is very important. A seed may appear to be very powerless to fulfill the hunger of someone, but if it grows enough, it may fulfill the hunger of a lot of people. Do not underestimate a little spark that can a little spark that may destroy an entire mountain. I hope the seed of our compassion and the spark of our wisdom may generate this power for the benefit of all beings. And at least it would be extremely beneficial if we could be a safe harbor for all of people around us, for ourselves. Only being a safe harbor for ourselves, we can be a safe harbor for people around us for the others. If we cannot be a safe harbor for ourselves and we cannot be a safe harbor for the others, then we are part of the problem and not part of the solution. So I'll finish with just a small citation of Buddha. It says, be your best friend, be your best protector, be your best Dharma teacher. If you are not your best friend, you cannot be the best friend of anyone. To be your best friend is to know how to lead you to the happiness. What friends want is the happiness of the others. So you need to know how to maintain an happy mind, especially in crisis moments. To be your best protector means to protect someone. It is to protect from the problem. So it protects from the suffering in his life, especially the sufferings from future lives. If you cannot protect yourself, you cannot protect anyone. You're like a drugs medicine seller. He just repeats these prescriptions, but he doesn't understand anything about this, like how it works exactly. And finally, to be your best friend, teacher, is because you cannot have your lama living with you 24 hours per day. Not even with technology, even if you buy like a Lamagotchi, let's say, even though you risk to let that Lamagotchi to die from starvation. Many people think that Lama is a Lamagotchi. They like to call to the phone calls. That is not the problem, but they simply do not feed the Lamagotchi. How can you feed the Lamagotchi? Putting the instructions into practice. If you do not put the instructions into practice, it's not worth to say that you have a Lama. It's only vanity. I have a Lamagotchi. So, as we need to live with ourselves, it's us that we need to recall the Dharma and to apply it. And if we do it, we will be our best friend and our best protector. And wherever we are, we will be a kind of safe harbor for people that are with us. And if there is at least we are 30 people approximately, many between the online and the people here. If there are 30 safe harbors, I will assure you that this will make a great difference in the world. If this activity is the safe harbor for these 30 people, and if these 30 people are the safe harbor for another 30 people, each other, it will be fantastic. If you continue to exponentiate the effect, then it's truly possible to do something wonderful for the people around us. It's that type of people that this world needs, and it's this type of people that this war needs, that the victims of this war will need now or after. To be grumpy, defeated, full of doubt, you'll not be useful for yourself, neither for the others. As there was a great master that said, a Tibetan master called Chimeri Zitzin, sometimes certain people that would come to him, he would say when they would leave to the translator or the disciple, he said, "Oh, unfortunately, this person is too smart for its own benefit." So I find many people they are too smart for their own benefit. Even if they are too smart for their own benefit, they are too smart for the benefit of the others. So, saying in English, don't be a smartass. It's preferable to as we started to be a compassionate idiot. I'll finish with a Miller phrase. It says that the world looks at me and thinks that I'm mad. Look at them and I think that they are mad. My tradition is the tradition of madness. But if it's a compassionate madness, it is good for you and for the others, then it's a good madness. Okay, good madnesses. Good night.